Alright, how's it going, my peeps? This is my in-depth, in-detail prediction for the Samoa Joe vs. Kurt Angle match you're going to see this Sunday at Destination X. They have a one-on-one match. It's a part of the Bound for Glory series, so whoever wins this match picks up a few more points in the Bound for Glory series to hopefully, challenge for the World Heavyweight Championship. If you get a win by submission, you get 10 points. So if Samoa Joe locks on the sleeper hold, or Angle locks on the ankle lock, then he gets, 10 points. If either one of them, if Joe wins via muscle buster and pinfall, then he gets 7 points. And if Kurt Angle were to win by angle slam, he would also get 7 points. There's also points for disqualification victories, countouts, but I don't remember how many points you get for disqualifications and disqualification victories and countout victories, but it is less than the pinfall victories and the submission victories, obviously. Now, for those of you unfamiliar with the Bound for Glory series, maybe you don't watch TNA, maybe you're just starting to watch TNA, or missed a couple weeks. What it basically is a point system. It's kind of like a tournament, but not really. You've got a bunch of guys on the roster. 12 guys, I'm pretty sure it's 12 guys, and they're fighting to get a shot at the World Heavyweight Championship at Bound for Glory. It is called, after all, the Bound for Glory series. And whenever you win a match in that Bound for Glory series against somebody else in that series, you accumulate some points, you gain some points. If you get, like I said, a submission victory, you gain 10 points. If you win by pinfall, you get 7 points. If you win by, now, like I said, I'm not too sure how many points. Actually, I'll check right now how many points you get for DQ victories and stuff like that. Actually, I'm actually searching it right now, and looks like I found it. Yeah. So, submissions, 10 points. Pinfalls, 7 points. If you win by countouts, then you get 5 points. So, less points, obviously, since, it is a countout victory. It's not as great or as decisive as a pinfall or submission victory. And a DQ victory gets you 3 points. Draw gets, I guess, both guys get 2 points. So, if let's say Kurt Angle and Samoa Joe are both down for the 10 counts or pin each other at the same time, they're both gonna get 2 points. But that's pretty unlikely, but who knows, it might happen. And if you lose by disqualification, so if somebody wins by disqualification, then they get 3 points. But that person that lost by disqualification, that got themselves DQ'd, or somebody interfered and got them DQ'd, they lose 10 points. So, if you're a heel, you're gonna be looking to, get the victory behind the referee's back. If you're gonna cheat, obviously, you're gonna try and do it behind the referee's back, kayfabe wise. So, it's a system I like. I like this. WWE has their Royal Rumble, to determine the winner. They got challenges for the World Heavyweight Championship or the WWE Championship. That main event's WrestleMania. And TNA has their Bound for Glory series. They just started this, last year, which Bobby Roode won, and this time, well, we don't know who's gonna win. And it starts actually pretty early. It just started like a couple weeks ago, and it's gonna go on until close to Bound for Glory. I think it's gonna end the pay-per-view right before Bound for Glory, so it goes on for a while. So for a while there, a couple pay-per-views leading up to the Bound for Glory, pay-per-view, you've got so many guys, well, 12 guys in this case, that could possibly challenge for the World Heavyweight Championship, and you're wondering, which one of these guys is gonna accumulate the most points and move on to challenge for the world title. So it's entertaining. This year, though, in my opinion, it's pretty obvious who's gonna win it. I think James Storm's gonna win the Bound for Glory series and challenge Roode for the title. I think that's what most people are predicting, this year. Last year, though, I think it was less predictable. Last year, you had a bunch of guys there that I think could have won the match, could have won the series, and it ended up being Bobby Roode. And this year, though, you've got a bunch of main eventers in the Bound for Glory series. You've got Kurt Angle, you've got Bully Ray, AJ Styles, the Pope. Well, the Pope was a main event guy. Right now, I don't know, he just returned. He was, not on TV for a long while. He just returned. I'm not sure how they're going to use him. I'm a big fan of the Pope. I would hope he'd win this, but I'm pretty sure James Storm's going to win this. And I'm not disappointed that, if James Storm does end up winning this, I won't be disappointed because I do like James Storm as well. But I'd love to see the Pope get a shot at the title at some point soon. It'd be great. So you got Rob Van Dam, you've got Jeff Hardy, you've got Mr. Anderson, James Storm, obviously, and also you've got the addition of a couple mid-carders there like Robbie, Christopher Daniels, Magnus, and I think that's pretty much all of them. So out of all those guys, I'd love to see the Pope win, but the way he's been off TV for such a long time, I don't think he's gonna win, this Bound for Glory series. James Storm, pretty sure is gonna win this and main event Bound for Glory. And this match is part of the Bound for Glory series. So who's gonna, gain the points? Is it gonna be Samoa Joe or Kurt Angle? My pick, like I said in the official prediction game, is Kurt Angle. Although I don't think he's gonna gain a submission victory over Samoa Joe. I think he's gonna, win this by pinfall. So he's gonna get 7 points. But I'm pretty sure we're gonna see a lot of submissions between Samoa Joe and Kurt Angle in this match. Just because, these two guys, they both have a submission finisher. Joe, the sleeper hold, and I think he calls it the coquina clutch, something like that. And Kurt Angle has, obviously, the ankle lock. So I'll definitely, definitely won't be surprised if we see a lot of submissions, since both guys, it would make sense, for both guys to go for a lot of submissions, since it does give you more points. Last time these two faced off, Kurt Angle won by pinfall, and I think it's going to be no different. Although last time, it wasn't a Bound for Glory series match, it was like for, it's for a number one contendership or something like that to Bobby Roode's title, or, no, it's actually a match Kurt Angle had to qualify for possibly be chosen by Hulk Hogan to fight for the World Heavyweight Championship against Bobby Roode to prevent him from becoming the longest reigning world champion. Obviously that failed because, Roode is still the champion, and it ended up being AJ Styles that challenged Roode for the title and not Kurt Angle. And another reason why I think Kurt Angle's going to win this is on Impact, they announced, they announced a couple matches for next week, and Samoa Joe was not, in one of those matches. Actually, they announced Kurt Angle versus Mr. Anderson, and there's no announced Samoa Joe match, which leads me to believe Kurt Angle's gonna win this Sunday. And also, obviously, Joe, it's like, this is like putting, let's say, John Cena versus Kane at a pay-per-view. John Cena's gonna win. Kane, he's been a main eventer in the past, he's won a world title in the past, he's won the WWE title in the past, but right now, if he's put against somebody like John Cena, a top star, another main eventer, he's gonna lose most of the time. It's just, although I am a Kane fan, he's never beaten John Cena. John Cena's always been Kane, and it's kind of the same thing here. Samoa Joe has been Kurt Angle, but Samoa Joe right now is kind of like in the same position Kane is. He's a former main eventer, he's a former world champion, but right now, for a while now, for a couple years, he's been, a mid-carder. He's been losing a lot of matches, so, yeah. Well, actually, he has been losing a lot of matches, but surprisingly, Samoa Joe actually has the second most points in the Bound for Glory series. He's right under, James Storm with the most amount of points. So Samoa Joe's got like 27 points right now. That's a lot more than what he had last year. Last year, Samoa Joe had a horrible record in the Bound for Glory series. He had like minus something points. He got DQ'd. He was raging. He was attacking people because of that. And this year, he's been doing a lot better in terms of the Bound for Glory series. Is he gonna keep up? I don't know. What if Samoa Joe actually wins the Bound for Glory series? That'd be freaking crazy. That'd be unexpected. That would come out of nowhere. But I don't think that's gonna happen. And that's, this is another reason why I think Kurt Angle is gonna win this match and should win this match. And that's to move up, in the Bound for Glory series and move up there with, get some more points, since Samoa Joe is already the second guy on the list with the most points. So anyways, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'm out. See you.